Trump's immigration-related executive orders provoked various anti-law advocates to whip up hysteria about mass deportations of illegal aliens working in Vermont's dairy industry. Governor Phil Scott and State Attorney General T.J. Donovan responded by enacting a new law and special legal guidelines to establish sanctuary jurisdiction in Vermont. Meanwhile, left-leaning journalists have saturated the media with human interest stories lionizing the plight of the illegal farmhand. But we haven't heard from the other side. I'm Meg Hansen, and we are here at the Briggs Farm in Addison to give voice to Vermont's dairy farmers. The left incessantly demonizes dairy farmers as cow-killing, water-polluting, 21st century slaveholders. But farmers rarely speak out. The Briggs explained why.
And there are others who, they might like to speak out, but they're really afraid of repercussions. There's groups like the Humane Society that are very quick to descend on somebody who opposes them, both whether they're in political office or if they're a dairy farmer or somebody involved in the industry. So there's also a lot of intimidation out there.
Alma learned the hard way 4 years ago when she testified in Montpelier about a bill to grant driver's licenses to illegal aliens.
A few years ago I went to Montpelier to testify, and I didn't realize how hostile it could get, and that they're really looking for something that you might say and change the meaning of what you were trying to say.
Jay Diaz served on a special task force to help create sanctuary jurisdiction across Vermont. He said illegal aliens come here for better jobs. But does economic opportunism justify the right to abuse our nation's laws?
Why do we have these, criminal facilitation of these things? And that's because, one, there are jobs here for those people. And two, they pay well, much better than those folks could potentially make in Mexico or in any other country.
By advocating for illegal labor from Latin America, far-left groups like the ACLU prop up the Mexican mafia's nexus of sex, drugs, and crime.
These are not humanitarian guys. They're looking to make money and extort people any way they can.
Though Diaz retracted it later, Peter disagreed with his claim that Vermont's dairy industry cannot survive without illegal foreign help.
Or when I speak with migrant advocates and they talk to farmers, those farmers repeatedly say, we've had, Vermonters come and try these jobs and they can't hack it.
Well, as far as Vermonters not being willing to do hard work, I'm working every day on the farm, 12-hour plus shifts. So there are those of us who are still out there working like we used to 30 years ago or more.
Committed to preserving the local culture of hard work, the Briggs invest in the next generation. But hiring high school students for farm labor comes with its own challenges.
And high schoolers just can't work a 4-hour shift and then spend 8 hours in class and do homework on top of that, along with all the other activities going on.
With ongoing problems concerning the labor pool, what then is the solution for Vermont's dairy farmers?
So automation is definitely the wave of the future. I predict in 20 years, 90% of the cows in Vermont will be milked on robots. There's absolutely no downside to going to robots. They're more consistent. You don't have to worry about them taking off on you. So each robot has a computer screen on it in which you can access all the information. These robots are all tied together and tied in with a main computer that's down at the office, so you can access it wherever you have internet. You can be in California and get up in the morning and see what your cows are doing back home.
The political battle surrounding sanctuary state policies raises more questions than provides answers. Why did Montpelier claim that these policies were designed to serve the dairy industry? Why does the myth that Americans are too soft or lazy for hard manual labor persist? And finally, why is the only viable solution to these various human-created problems provided by robots?